Good morning and happy Monday morning to all of my One Day at a Time bloggers. I hope that everyone had an opportunity to tune in yesterday and listen to my blog where we talked about one of the third dimensions of the mind, which is boredom. If you have a moment, I encourage you to listen to that before you go to work today or go out to school or whatever it is that you have on your agenda. That blog is very resourceful and explaining to us how boredom can actually be a very positive a dimension of our mind, or how it can be a very debilitating dimension of our mind. It's basically how we read into the boredom and what action we take after we experience the boredom. So again, welcome to this week. I hope that today is one of the best days of your life. This week, as promised, you will have an opportunity to win a $10 gift card on Friday. The ways to be entered into that drawing are multiple. By the end of this day, I will have all of my social media sites available. As you know, I have mostly been tuning in with you via Facebook and my One Day at a Time page on Facebook. But by day's end, I will have my website, which is the One Day at a Time blog website. And also I will have my YouTube channel up and running. So a couple of the ways to get entered into the drawing is to basically just share a blog on your page or share a blog with a friend, or to share my One Day at a Time page, or share the website blog, or become a subscriber to the YouTube channel. The purpose of that is just to get this information out. I am so excited that you are all benefiting from it, but just think about all the other people that are out there and need to be provided and connected with such a great resource. Another way to get entered into the drawing is to actually communicate with me. Again, I said I don't want this blog to be about me talking to you, but I would love for us to have back and forth communication about things that you've experienced, or how the blog is effective to you, or any questions that you have, or if you just want to just leave a comment in how it has changed your life thus far. Anytime you comment on a blog, you will also be entered into the drawing on Friday for a $10 gas card. So to start the week off, I'm going to give you an opportunity to respond to me to actually get into this drawing on Friday. My question that I'm going to ask you, that I would love to hear a response from, is what is your life's purpose? And what was a pivotal moment that actually helped you identify that life's purpose and how you moved forward with it? I will give you an example of mine. I realized that my life purpose is to serve people through many capacities, but I do understand that one of the main capacities is my ability to help people achieve mental clarity and freedom. And so one of my many purposes is, of course, this One Day at a Time blog that I have started. Now, a pivotal moment for me was about a year ago, where I was sitting down and I was watching TV, and there was a commercial about an antidepressant. And I was thinking, oh, that's great. I'm so glad that they are developing more and more medications. And then as I listened to the side effects, I was really just taken back, because some of the side effects were increased depression, increased anxiety, increased agitation, and possible suicidal thoughts. So I was really disheartened by that, because medication can be a great asset, as we talked about in one of my earlier blogs, for the person that is depressed. But it is very disheartening for me, someone that has struggled with it, that any company would design a medication that has such negative side effects. If just one of the side effects is suicide, then it should just be completely taken off the market, because to me, the pros do not outweigh the con. So as I was sitting there, I was thinking, there just needs to be so much more resources for people, free resources for people, and resources that will not cause them to have further harm to themselves or to have more harmful thoughts. Again, I do encourage medication if you need it, but the point is, I would hope that my blog would be a resource for you so that I can tell you, maybe research your medications, research the things that you're actually input into your body. And so that would be something you could personally contact me about so that we could research it together. Also, working in the psych field over the last 2.5 years, I have also realized that over the last few decades, the mental disease awareness, it has grown. I admit it has grown, and insurance companies are actually now acknowledging it. But the problem is, I feel like it's more of a profit for people versus a benefit. I have been a psych nurse for a while, and unfortunately, I have seen multiple children and adults go through this vicious cycle where they come in, they get the medication management, they get a little therapy, but unfortunately, when they leave that controlled environment and they enter back into the real world, then they completely return back to their whole old habits because they are not put in connection with the true resources that they need. So, from that experience of watching about the antidepressants and actually working in an environment where I was able to see how it affected people that came in and got help, but by not having true help on the outside, how they ended up just going through that vicious cycle of coming back in. And multiple times I would read their histories, and it would just talk about how many placements they had been to, and I'm talking about children that are 7 or 8 years old that have spent over 85% of their time in mental facilities. So all of that was a very, very pivotal moment for me in understanding and recognizing that there needs to be more resources out there for people that are actually struggling with mental disease and mental cloudiness. And so for me, I felt like I was a great person for that. I was a great resource for that. Again, I always say, what better teacher than the teacher that has experienced the same subject that she is teaching? So that is what encouraged me to start my One Day at a Time blog and offer it as a free resource for people. And even if I'm just the foundation for the start of mental freedom or clarity, and I can connect you with some resource that really offers you everything you need, because again, mental freedom and clarity, it is a bundle package. You may have to have medication, you may have to have counseling, and it takes time and it takes resources. And so again, I can just be that foundation and that first building block. But the point is, all of those things were pivotal moments for me in developing this blog. So I would love to hear about what your current life's purpose is, what it is that you are doing that brings you the greatest joy, and what pivotal moment that it was that kind of boosted you to start that. So again, welcome to this week. I have a lot of exciting topics to share with you. Do not forget to share a post. Do not forget to subscribe to my blog, and do not forget to comment, because all of those are ways that you will be able to get entered into the $10 drawing on Friday. I love you, and please take it one day at a time.